I hope that we can see that like this ability to transform our realities is literally right in front of us. And this is something that we can do for the rest of our lives to create the life that we want, that we dream of, and probably even something that we've never even imagined. Rise and shine, day 1, week 4, baby, let's do it. So I just got myself into something that I wasn't planning on doing.
You're good, you can go in now, yeah.
That is a cold plunge. This is something you see a lot of like influencers do online. Really, really good for you. I'm about to do it for the first time in honestly, years.
How do you feel?
I feel awesome. Lowers my anxiety, helps with recovery. It's like a huge dopamine hit. Makes me feel relaxed and happy for the rest of the day.
Day 2 of week 4 doing carnivore. So far, I feel freaking great. Right back to where I was before the holidays, where feeling fresh, feeling sharp. I've been waking up at 6 in the morning without an alarm, feeling like crisp. Last week, we were talking about reinventing our patterns and like our programs that we kind of fall into. Though I do live as close to animal-based / carnivore as I can, I did come off of the holidays of having sugar and then coming back on in January, not having any. You know, those old patterns can kind of resurface. I've realized that if I ever do slip up, it's typically on the weekends and it's typically when I'm out late and I'm tired. So what I need to do is basically 1, meal prep before I go out on a weekend. 2, make sure the food that I prep is like really nutrient dense and filling. 3, if I have my car, bring it with me so that I can have the food. Or if I don't, just when I get home, immediately just scarf the food, because then I'll get rid of that craving for sugar that inevitably is gonna come up. That's the key, is like really creating new habits. So that new habit for me is making that food every weekend before I go out, so that when I come home or when I'm driving or whatever, I have it. I keep finding myself back at the store. I keep having things that I still haven't purchased yet for my apartment. Like I don't even have laundry detergent. I'm not trying to find the most affordable laundry detergent. They all kind of suck. If we could all try to just avoid talking about the zit that's on my face, that would be great. I'm pretty sure that's a repercussion of having sugar that one time. It's like a week delayed. I used to think that like if I ate sugar, like a ton of it, or drank alcohol, it would affect me like kind of just the next day. But it is something that like affects us a week or 2 later. If you ever like feel anxiety after eating a type of way, but like a week later, you're not gonna remember that it's connected to maybe what you ate or what you drank or whatever. So yeah, that's visual evidence there of that little fuck up. A lot of people, when they're doing carnivore or like animal-based, they think things like this work. That's not it. It's just not it. Let's just look at the ingredients like alone. It's crazy. What even is all of that? I have no idea. Carnivore is literally just meat, salt, and water. So here's an interesting example of something that you would think would be just carnivore. You gotta look at the back of the ingredients. Fruit juice, concentrate, apple, pineapple, pear, spices, celery powder, sea salt, stuff, and natural pork casing. It can be very misleading, guys, like what they sneak in there. All right, time to hit this workout. Just did it. It's hard, but it's good. There are communities out there that have intent to live life the way that we envision living life. We have to seek those communities out. That's something I really lacked for a long time. And it's so important, I think, to like surround ourselves with those people. It makes doing whatever your lifestyle is, whether that's carnivore, animal-based, whatever, so much more fun. It's my sister. Wow, okay, so it's really loud, but right when the cravings were kicking in, I was hungry and I was like, crap, there's only one market. It's downstairs, they're not gonna have anything with sugar, maybe they'll have something. I walked down here and look at all this stuff that they have. Off to work today. It's kind of a rainy day, which I sort of love. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have the like breakfast for lunch. I don't know if anybody's ever had Brenner breakfast for dinner. Probably the best choice of food one could ever have. So I'm saving that breakfast for lunch, but I don't think I can wait. I think I gotta eat. I'm pretty hungry today. I'm definitely not skimping on the food in carnivore, that's for sure. Just keeping it simple. Bacon and eggs for me. I am just having all of this meat again today, avoiding all of the sweets. There's so many. It's pretty easy now at this point. It doesn't really affect me. If you guys are in the process of like figuring out all of these patterns and trying to reprogram yourself to create a new reality for yourself, I really, 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 really recommend the book called Atomic Habits. It's so good, and it helps to kind of break down some of what we're talking about here with like reprogramming ourselves and making sure that we create the right habits and stick with them to actually create the life that we want, the body that we want, the health that we want, the mindset that we want, all of that. Last week, I think I was saying something about how I have like some good news coming, and it is coming, it is here. I just partnered with a company called Nose to Tail. They are such a dope company. These guys only raise grass-fed, grass-finished beef. It's all local to the States, so it's really, really, really good quality. They also do organ meats, which has been very hard for me to find good quality organ meats. They have no seed oils in there, great prices. And like I said, that's like been the only food that I've had since I've been here, and it kind of just happened by accident. They're down to give me a coupon code. Go ahead and put in the promo code, little button there, LKH10. If you guys want to buy in bulk, if you're into that, I definitely recommend looking at these guys. But even if you don't look at them, if you don't want to, buy their food, buy in bulk, because again, we're resetting our habits and our programs to break this system, to break this matrix. And we need to implement the tools that are going to help us get there. And so I recommend buying your food in bulk, like at least for a month in advance. That's what I do. So anyways, I'm stoked on it. And I hope this helps you guys get to where you're trying to go. Almost at the end of the week. I believe we got one day left, and it's like 10 a.m. I think I'm gonna make some of this beef, grass-fed, grass-finished, baby. I think there's this thing going on in the carnivore animal-based like community with where they're trying to like overcomplicate it. And honestly, you guys, I think that's just a sales tactic to make people buy stuff. And I'm saying this too as like a carnivore coach. Don't buy into the like, you need to buy supplements things, except for like electrolytes, which I buy Keto Chow. Outside of that, like you wanna get grass-fed, grass-finished beef. You wanna stay far, 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 far away from seed oils, as much as possible. You want to make sure that you're getting enough fat, which cook with, raw butter. You wanna cook with raw, or with ghee in general, or tallow. Just eat meat, 80-20 fat, get a lot of fat, get a lot of fat, get a lot of fat. Just finished my interview with Dr. Ken Berry. It was so good. I think you guys are gonna love this interview. Like, I made sure to ask so many questions that you guys had, and as many as I could get in there without being disrespectful of his time. But in watching this video, I think you guys are gonna probably like even more so start to see how we really can create our own realities. We have finished out week 4, you guys, of the Carnivore Challenge for January 2023, which is awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I feel freaking great. Attitude is up, vibe is up. I don't have any anxiety. I don't have any like depressive feelings, no crazy mood swings. I lost about 8 pounds in this process. That was certainly not the goal, was to lose weight, because I feel I was a pretty healthy weight before, but it's a nice perk. I feel like my clothes fit better. All around, I just look a little bit more refined, the way I feel looks best for me. I wake up at 6 in the morning without an alarm, and I can go to bed at midnight and still have that happen. No bloating. My hunger is under control. I can eat however much I want, whenever much I want, and I don't have to count calories. From where I was a month ago to now, I'm like an entirely different person. I shift back between carnivore and animal-based. It's just kind of dependent on what I'm doing. So I do think that this is a tool, for anybody that needs to use this to, let's say, get back to baseline and improve themselves, or stick with this for life. It's really one of those things where it can be used however you see fit. But if it did work for you, if it's been working for you, keep flipping going, because the effects, they just kind of compound. It's kind of like life without drinking. 3 months from now, you're going to be completely different. 6 months from now, you're going to be completely different. You don't have to be perfect, but improvement is obviously the goal, to change those habits of the food that we're eating and the lifestyle that we have, so that we can really honestly design the reality that we want and break the system, break this matrix, get out of all the crazy stuff that we've been told and taught to eat, all the seed oils, all the things that make us sick and have to pay all the medical bills and fat and all that stuff. So if you guys did like this video, please go ahead and like it so other people who might need to see it can see it. If you're into this kind of stuff, I love talking about this stuff amongst many other things, but I talk about things like human optimization, exploration, and lots of life hacks that I find kind of along my way. Go ahead and subscribe. I am so, so thankful for you guys, because you're all just really dope, really, really dope people. I just can't thank you guys enough for how sweet you've been to me. So thank you again, and congrats on finishing this, and let's keep going. Don't just reset back to where you were. Implement these habits as a lifetime change and improvement to create the realities that we want, you guys. I will see you guys on the next one. See ya.